I want to talk a little bit about generosity. I want to share a verse from Isaiah with you, and I can't remember anything because I'm like old and my brain is withering. So this is a verse from Isaiah. It goes like this: "A generous man devises generous things, and by generosity he shall stand." So what does it mean? At what point do we become generous? You ever think about that? And what are we generous with? Right? So, when I think of generosity, I think about like generosity with your money, right? There's also generosity of your time, like how you spend your time with somebody or something. But there's also a generosity of spirit, right? And there's also a generosity of being willing to engage people. And sometimes that's the hardest part, right? To be generous with our time and to be willing to engage people who are maybe really different from us. But I want to think about for a moment, what does it really mean to be generous? Because there's not a line, right, where all of a sudden it's like, okay, I'm not generous yet, and now, boom, bam, now I'm generous. It's not like that, right? It's about what our intention is, which means it's about the heart. So when we're generous with someone, it means that we're really giving time, our funds, our money, our spirit, our willingness to be with people. We're really giving that from our heart. But what does it mean? How do we get there? And so it's simple. I think it's a fairly simple approach. If you're not sure how to be generous, then you train for that. Everyone in this room, at some level, really, I mean, we've got a room full of elite athletes, right? I mean, you guys train. Right? You're a dancer, raise your hand, right? You guys train all the time. It's not like you just show up on Thursday night and boom, it magically happens. But you train each and every day. And so that's how we learn how to be more generous. We train. I wake up in the morning and I say to myself, I'm going to train, I'm going to be a more generous person today. That's going to be my intent. That's how I'm going to spend my heart today. I'm going to be a more generous person. So that's it. Make a decision and then train to be generous and give of yourself in ways maybe that will surprise you, maybe it will surprise others. But train to be generous. Amen, amen.